I'm not trying to beat you up.
It sounds like you're trying to come up with a lie here to tell me about how you feel about me. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to beat you up, but
It's
I'm
too
just
late.
being honest.
Go ahead and be honest.
As a spouse.
This is what the podcast is about. Be honest.
As a spouse, you're not the best spouse. You're
okay.
just not.
I still like you a lot.
I enjoyed hanging out with you.
What?
You're my best friend.
You know why I like you? Because you're funny. I'm serious. I mean, even if you were ugly, I'd still like you. Go ahead.
I did tell you I'm gonna want to know what's gonna happen.
I didn't know you were gonna ask me on the show. I thought it was gonna be easy, concede, like 12-minute show. We're done.
Oh wow, that's kind of crazy. I don't think I'm very funny.
Oh, you are funny, even though you don't think you are. Sometimes you're ridiculously funny.
I was trying to work out of that hole I dug, but I didn't do that great of a job.
Well,
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings if I did. Did I hurt your feelings?
I don't know. I don't like to hear the truth about myself, but I think I do need to hear it. Go ahead and say it. You don't need me.
I don't need you. I want you in my life. I don't need you in my life. It sucks.
Guys, if it's crazy.
All right, go now.
Wait.
Get in there! Oh my God!
Hey guys, welcome to the Family Mess. I'm Noah. And have a nice day.
Good God!
I love the Family Mess. Oh.
Welcome to the Family Mess Podcast. I'm your host, Ian, and this is my wife and co-host, Nathalie. The Family Mess, the podcast about life with kids and all things adulting. Let's talk. Good night, Nathalie. How are you doing?
Good night. You're taking it back to Jamaican stuff.
What stuff?
Good night. Good night is usually when you're like leaving or you're going to sleep. But in Jamaica, they say good night as a hello when they walk in the room.
I didn't know that. I just said that by accident. That means I'm Jamaican.
Oh, you are Jamaican.
In blood. That's
why I'm telling you that. But how do you not know that?
I didn't know that. I don't know nothing these days.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to start the show today?
Yeah, let's go.
Are you going to make fun of me the whole time?
Yes.
That we're doing this?
I will. I'm annoyed with you today because you're driving me crazy. I'm annoyed with life as it is.
You haven't even seen me all day for the most part. I haven't even been in the house. I've been helping Sammy with the lights and doing my schoolwork. So how are you annoyed with me? I didn't even do nothing.
What I have seen of you, you be doing stuff driving me crazy.
Let's get this podcast done with, and just I'm gonna turn in my belt today and just call it done. So let's do your 5 minutes a pound. Tell the audience what's going on.
I got nothing right now. Nothing. It's holiday season.
No. Don't.
And the wait.
We're not going to go back to holiday. We did this a year ago. With your damn holiday season crap.
I've wasted a whole year again.
You can't be going back to the same thing you did a year ago when it comes to your weight.
I'm just tired.
What do you mean you're just? I mean, what do you mean you're just tired? Well, a year ago you said you were going to do something.
I thought, and I've tried. It just don't work. So my next thing is I just gotta. I just decided to get a coach because I need to work on my mindset. There's something blocking me. I didn't reach anything, I go to the therapist, but I haven't been to a therapist in forever. But so I think there's something blocking. There's like a mental block of some type why I keep reverting back to eating bad and not exercising. There's just something. I got to figure it out. So I'm working with a coach to help hopefully change my mindset.
You don't need a coach. I can tell you what it is already.
Well, what is it, Ian, who knows all?
Yes. Subconsciously, you don't want to do anything. That's what it is.
That's right.
I mean, let's just say it for what it is. I mean,
I'm tired. I get tired of having to eat right.
Okay, well, that's what it is. If you really wanted to do something, you would. Subconsciously, you're just not wanting to do anything. That's what it is.
Okay, well, if that's what it is, fine. So I'm trying to work on my mindset to get it right.
I'll save you several $100s by just telling you that right now. Don't waste your time going to this therapist or whoever it is.
It's a coach.
Whoever it is, because they're going to tell you the same thing. Oh, actually, you know what? Go ahead.
I don't care what you tell me to do. I'm going to do what I want to do regardless.
Go ahead and go, and then let me know the results. Because usually I'm right 100% of the time after you talk to a counselor and they come back and tell you.
It's not a counselor, it's a coach.
A coach, whatever it is, and they tell you whatever it is I'm supposed to tell you.
It's my mindset. I know there's a mindset. There's some block somewhere for whatever reason. I have to figure out what that is.
Well, you don't have a mindset when it comes to your business. You do that very well. So what's going on there? That mindset.
That's my whole point. There's something with the food, or I don't know what it is.
Do you love yourself?
I don't know.
That's where it starts right there. That's where it starts right there.
I care about myself to an extent. I seem to care about other people more than I care about myself. That's a problem.
That's why I asked you, do you love yourself? Because if you don't see yourself and love yourself, that might be some of the issues,
That's why I'm trying to dig a little deeper and figure it out.
I love myself.
Yes, we know. And you only love yourself.
No, but
you're definitely number one on your list.
But you know what?
Sure.
You can say whatever you want. I'm living a long time because me. But that's not the case as I get older. I'm trying to be for other people. But you have to. Your problem is you just extend yourself way too much, and you have to learn to ring it back a little bit. Because
I'm working on ringing it in. I have done better. It's just not where I need to be.
You have done better, but it's something that you have to practice. Put into practice, I think.
Yes.
Don't make that a New Year's resolution. Just do it. Don't wait till January.
I got time for resolutions anymore.
Don't wait till January to start it. Just start it whenever you can.
Just doing.
So, what do you have to give the audience for the 5 minutes pound? That's it.
That's my 5 minutes of failure.
Failed, and
yes.
then that's it. Nothing for no one to tell them to keep going.
Look, in my mind, I see myself thin again.
Telling me no.
I see it. So. At some point, I'm going to get there. I just don't know when and how at this point because I've tried lots of different things. Just like I told you before, my coach, Ian, can you stop?
Sorry. Go ahead. I apologize. Go.
What's wrong? See what I mean? What's wrong with you? That's exactly what I'm talking about earlier. What the heck is wrong with you?
All right. I apologize. Go ahead.
I've had a rough day today.
You have a rough day every day.
Well, that's my life. I had someone try to commit fraud on my account, try to get a business loan in my name.
I think that just started out your day right there.
I had things I had to do today. I had a plan.
You know what I realized with you? I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but one thing can ruin your whole day. And then you just... I thought this credit card thing...
I've tried to recover.
Oh, you haven't... No.
I've tried. That's why I tried to get my stupid computer finally
You know why I know you can recover? Because you sat in that car and wouldn't get out until the thing was done.
Well, I had to get it done. What else am I going to... I had to... That's the whole point. Because these stupid people decide to want to jack up my credit and trying to get a business loan with my social, I had to resolve it right then and there. I had to go figure out what to do.
Do you think if we hired a private investigator, we could have found who it was that tried to pull your credit?
Well, they're going to investigate it themselves. The small business people.
I bet you we could find out who it is if we really wanted to.
Well, they're supposed to investigate it. I don't know. I'm not.
What would you tell the person if you saw them face to face? I mean, what would you tell them? You know, they're trying to steal your credit, obviously.
We need to get it. I already told them, go get your a damn job and stop trying to steal from other people who work hard for their money. And I would say much more beeps in there. I'm keeping it clean for the show. But I would say a whole lot of crap to that person because I had to just wait. I had my whole morning planned and things I was going to get done. And I had to spend a whole morning instead dealing with that online. Like, I don't even know what to do. I had to figure out what to do. I spent an hour on the phone. Then I ended up hanging up because it was just a horrible thing. But I'm glad I caught it. I am glad that I have credit monitoring, and I've gotten like 3 alerts today that said, I got 3 different emails that said, there was a credit inquiry on your account.
I wonder if I have credit monitoring. Do I have that on my account? I think you signed me up for it.
Here we go. See, you should know what you got. Don't ask Nathalie.
I'm just asking you. I
don't know. You should take care of you. I don't know what you got over there. I just know I have credit monitoring on like 3 different cards or whatever. And so they alerted me. So I'm like, that's good.
Well, all right.
But it ruined my day. And then I got a new computer. These are all, like, this is the thing. Big stuff in my life have, usually work out okay. But there's so many little things that like just pinch me. Like it's like a needle just sticking me. All these little things that are so annoying. So I had to get my computer. I bought a brand new computer finally after how many years? My other one was so bad. But I finally got a new computer. I have no sound for weeks. I finally got it fixed today. That was another thing.
What was it?
That's because they didn't set up the drivers right.
Oh, okay.
And I tried to do it myself, and I still couldn't get it to work. And it took the guy. I was on the phone about a good 40 minutes.
Damn.
With the guy to get everything to work.
The Dell guy?
Yes. Then the microphone didn't work, and I don't even know.
So it was Dell's fault.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
Because yes, however, they did not send me my computer fully functional.
We can blame it on COVID. To make things easier.
But I was just like, this is another thing. Because I just read this thing about time blocking. Like you block out time. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to start implementing this. Because it's supposed to help with your productivity when you block time off to do certain things. And the time you have, like, you'll block off like 2 hours. And then in that 2 hours, or no, that's like usually like 3 hours. And then you have like a list of things that you can do in that time. But like if I realized today, even if I had time block, this would have messed up my whole block of time. I wouldn't have time to do nothing else. Like life always just throws stuff and it's annoying. I'm tired of it. Ugh, I'm prone. I feel like I'm prone.
You're not prone.
I want to know if people, because I don't know. I think people born in November like me are
Nope.
prone.
I disagree.
I think because things are always going wrong. For
There's
people
no
in November.
scientific proof that you're prone.
I don't know. People I know who are born the same week as me always have stuff be going on.
Dang, listen, that has nothing to do with any scientific reason why you're prone. Just things just happen, man.
I don't know.
This is life.
Well, that's what I'm curious to know. Because I'm like, do other people born in other months always have weird things, like things just always go wrong?
Well, you know what? I don't think it's that you're any different. I think how people react to their problems is what's different between you and everybody else. Some people just let it slide and move on. You don't let it slide. I think
there's
that's
too
the
much
issue.
of it. It's too much.
No, but I don't think it's too much. I don't think anything's really changed as far as the problem goes. I think it's your reaction and how you respond to the problems.
Well,
that's
I just get annoyed.
the issue.
Everything
of course, see,
annoys
that's what I'm saying. Everything annoys you. Most people, whatever, and those move on. You just stick to it. And that credit thing, that would have bothered me, and then I would have got it done and moved on to the next problem.
I did get it done and move on. I took a nap. I did. I came in after I finally got done.
I went to the bedroom and you're just sitting there, just on the bed.
I was like, I was mentally exhausted from that whole situation. It took me 3 hours to figure it out.
Well, you know what? When you mentally are working like that, that is very exhausting and draining. So I could see that.
So I took a nap. But then I had to get up and
yes.
work with my friend on some
Well,
stuff.
that was your 10 minutes of pounds. So let's go ahead and move on to the topic at
Pounds
large.
and problems. That's what that was.
Is that the new podcast? Pounds and problems.
Man, people don't want to hear about my stupid problems. I got plenty of those annoying problems.
Well, let's move into what the audience has been waiting for the last 2 months.
Drum roll.
Well, everybody, Nathalie and I, about 2 months ago, had a radio discussion about Nathalie and all the things that she does for our family and all the responsibilities that she does. And during that show, I confidently said I could do what she does with no problem. And I believed it at the time because it was true. And I did do it well. Well, I wouldn't say well.
You did it. You did some of it.
What do you mean? I did all of it.
No,
but
sir.
I just didn't do it. I just didn't do it for a while. I did all of it, but I just didn't do it for a while. So he does this on purpose. Every time we're doing a show. So I decided 2 months ago that I was ready for this challenge of taking over the roles and responsibilities of the household. And I took this challenge on. And I felt like I was going to be successful in my mind. And we're 2 months into this? Or was it 3 months?
I don't even know.
8 weeks? 9 weeks into it? So to fill everybody in on what's gone on the past 2 months, 3 months, I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't care. I did do everything that I was supposed to do. I didn't do it well.
You didn't do everything you're supposed to do. You did things, but you didn't do everything that I do.
I did things the way that they were supposed to be done my way. It doesn't mean they were wrong. It just means it was my way and you didn't like that.
Well, but you also
So tell everybody
things.
the truth.
You missed stuff.
Of course I missed stuff, but I wasn't perfect. But that wasn't the whole point of the experiment. The whole point of this was to tell you that I could do what you do my way, not necessarily your way.
Well, you failed.
That was the point of the show today. To tell everybody is I'm turning in the towel. I'm putting up the white flag. I hate this.
No, just say you quitting.
I quit. The podcast's getting in right now.
So why you hate it? Why you hate it?
Man, I don't hate it. It's just that it's a continual thing. I don't know how a single parent does it. Moms, dads out there with kids. It's tough. I think if I didn't have kids, it'd have been much easier.
I would think so.
Yes. Even one kid would have been much easier.
So wait, but you say single parent. So I'm not a single parent, but I do. So you're saying that I do equivalent of what a single parent would do, although I'm not a single parent.
That's correct. That's correct. I admit it. I'm going to admit that. I haven't been pulling my weight in this relationship. So I'm a man enough to admit that. And I know when I'm wrong. So I can say that publicly, and I'm not afraid to do that. I'm not. I mean, I was a little bit over my head, and I was confident that I was going to get this done. But it was way more than I thought.
And you didn't even have to do what I know. That's my point. You did maybe 50% of what I normally do.
If I wasn't in seminary,
there's no excuse.
I think it'd have been easier.
No.
I had too much stuff to do.
No, because it's the same way I'm working. It's the same equivalent. No.
Oh, man. That's why there's no food on the table now, because it's just too hard to do everything.
See, and that's why my 5 minutes of pounds, I'm getting fat.
No. Nathalie, you blame, you find something to blame stuff on all the time.
I am.
It has nothing to do with
I'm just talking crap
man.
Right there.
But yeah, this was much harder than I thought, and I don't mind throwing in the towel. I hope nobody at work hears this and makes fun of me.
So wait a minute.
this.
So wait a minute.
Yes.
So you did it for 2 months and you want to throw in the towel, right?
I think it was 3 months.
But Nathalie has been doing this for 17 years. Our kids are
you haven't been doing it for no 17 years.
14 years.
No, not 14 years. I'm not going to give you 14 years because I was helping in the 14 years.
Ian.
You were doing everything.
I've been pretty much doing what I do for 14 years.
So if I were to leave you and divorce you,
I'd be fine because I do everything already. I've told you that. I do everything. I don't. I have.
Go ahead and say it.
I
you don't need me.
You, I don't need you. I want you in my life. I don't need you in my life. It sucks. But I mean, I do 90% of everything already. I do it myself.
So why did you even marry me then?
That's a good question. I didn't know any better back then.
Damn.
I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
We've talked about this because we both were like, why the hell did we get married when we got married? Why did we get married?
Me and Nathalie probably made a mistake marrying each other. We can admit that now. We probably should have taken more time to.
That was your fault. That wasn't my fault.
No, that was your fault. You didn't have to. I didn't give you an ultimatum. You didn't have to listen to me.
You gave me the ultimatum.
You could have taken your ass and went someplace else. I had no problem.
I didn't.
And you know what? I could have made it a lifelong mistake by not getting together with you and getting together with some other woman. It could have been a huge mistake on my part, but you couldn't let me go.
I didn't know you had it like that.
Whatever. You couldn't let me go because I said, you don't have to go with me. You don't have to go with me. You got a chance a long time ago to go away.
At the time, I wasn't looking for anybody else.
That's what you always say.
And I didn't know any better.
No,
I was young and naive. I didn't know any better. So I said, okay, if you want to get married, fine, I'll get married.
Oh, see, God, I wish I could go back in time and be like,
and it's true, but I didn't want to get married. I had no plans to get married.
I'm
not that.
That's
woman.
why we have all the problems we have now.
Hold on. I've never been that girl when I was, even me and my friend, like I have a friend, I've talked to her in a while, but we were kids. I think it was like 5th grade. We were both talking about, like everyone's all talking about to get married and all this stuff. And we were both like, oh my God, who wants to get married? Maybe when I'm in my 30s, maybe. But marriage, kids, that whole thing was never on my radar. Like not. Like I had maybe, it was like a big maybe, but not like, oh, I want to get married. Oh, I want to have children. Like I have friends that's the irony of that. Like I have friends who that's what they wanted. And some of them didn't get it. Some of them did, but later in life. But I never pictured myself married with kids before 30 something years old.
I was fooled. I just did what I thought I was supposed to do.
Yeah, you're the dummy, and I was the dumber dragging following you.
I have to admit, I was the dummy. And I tell all the people listening right now, the young people, don't get married unless you really know that you're ready to do it. Don't do it because you think
know yourself.
Don't do it because you think you have to do it. You got to wait and really think about this. Make sure you really know the person very well before you get into a relationship like this. Because once you get married, it's easy for a lot of people to quit, and a lot of people do. But if you take your marriage vows seriously, it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. I didn't. Like I said, if I'd have done it all over again, I would.
Yeah, and for me, I learned from my mom the wrong things. I picked up all the wrong stuff from her. She was a good mom, but I just picked up all the things that did not benefit me in the long term. That's why I end up doing all the things that I do, because I thought that's what a wife is supposed to do. So, we've talked about this in the show. Where I learned the wrong things. So that's part of my problem and my issue, and having you being who you are. And that's one thing I always say, my goal with my boys is to not do to any other person what your mom did to me, because I'm sorry, Ian, but you weren't equipped. You weren't equipped to be a husband. You weren't equipped to help raise kids. I mean, it was a whole thing for you to wash bottles after Noah was born. You just weren't equipped. So I ended up.
How many men are really equipped?
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. We're not raising the boys the way a lot of moms raise women.
This is ridiculous.
That's the thing. There's a whole article about how moms raise boys and they coddle boys, and girls, they're more like, go out and fight and do this. And then the boys, they coddle them. We need to find an article.
I wasn't coddled when I grew up. I wasn't coddled at all. That's my problem. I have no love in my heart because I wasn't coddled.
Coddle does not mean like loved. It just means as far as enabling certain behaviors. You were coddled. Like you didn't learn to.
I wasn't coddled.
To cook. You didn't learn.
You know how long I've been cooking?
Ian, you don't cook. You hardly cook.
Do you know how long I've been cooking?
So you've been faking it for the last 17 years?
Do you think I'm stupid?
Ian, you never barely ever cook anything.
It
And
doesn't-
if I ask you, you can't cook nothing.
But it doesn't mean I know how to cook. That's what's crazy. You look at me like I don't know how to cook. That's the craziest thing you ever said.
You didn't know how to cook when I met you in college.
What do
said
you mean?
You didn't really cook nothing.
Doesn't mean I didn't know how to cook. Good God.
So you was playing the role.
If
all
you were
this
doing
time.
the cooking, then
you was playing the role.
Hell yeah. I mean, if you were doing the cooking, then I don't need to cook. That's what I thought about back then.
Of course.
Yes.
The same way you don't take out trash after I cook and
Natalie,
I actually take out my garbage.
why are you going back to old crap, man?
I'm just saying, but that's who you were.
Yes.
This is who you were.
Yes, that is.
And that's what and has caused me to become who I am in this marriage as far as doing everything. I mean, there's nothing it's just like, okay, we're trying to do our refinance on our house. And I said, Ian, normally I would do this, so you should be also doing this. Well, I can't do that and do everything else I have to do. But how would Natalie do this?
You already said that on the last podcast.
I know, but I'm saying, but how would I do this?
You don't have to say it again.
But how would I do this?
Do what?
That's my point. But I have to do it.
Do what?
I have to figure it out.
Figure what out?
But you act like, oh, I can't do that. Poor dog. I don't know if y'all seen the post. I don't know if she posted about the dog yet.
Who?
Oh, Kennedy. She didn't post about
Hell
our
no.
poor dog. How our dog looks so bad.
I'm not gonna put any pictures of our dog. Our dog is fine.
No, he's not. Our dog right now.
That's your phone going off.
That's
Samuel,
not my phone.
Get out of here.
It's called Vegas location.
Turn the phone off, dude. You can't come here. You see I'm in here.
Your phone.
If it rings, it's fine. You don't have to
don't come
answer
in
it
here,
every
dude.
time, Samuel.
I'll just
He
turn
just
it off.
wants the phone to
I
use
know.
it.
No.
He wants to play that stupid Among Us game so bad that he's going to perpetrate the phone ringing so he can ask you to unlock it.
Second damn time you came in here and interrupted me. Go ahead and finish.
He is too old to be
what
doing
you're
that all the
talking about.
time, but that's okay. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about the dog.
The dog is fine.
Yes. So
He needs a little haircut.
the dog is Ian and Noah's dog. Noah begged for the dog. Ian wanted the dog. I didn't want the dog in our house because I've had a dog forever. My poor dog right now, he's mine because he follows me everywhere. His hair was overgrown. You couldn't see his eyes.
His hair is not overgrown. He does not
horrible.
smell. Natalie, stop lying to the audience. He does not smell
He
horrible.
smells horrible.
He smells like a
take him-
dog.
No.
Ask Tracy. When Tracy comes in, Tracy smells on the dog.
That dog, because Tracy loves animals so much that if they stank, it don't bother her. She just loves the animals. She's an animal lover. I am not an animal lover to the point where the dog can stink. I like my dog clean. I like my dog brushed. Poor dog is all looking matted. His fur is all dingy looking.
You know
His
what?
face
I will
can't see
take
his eyes.
I will take a picture of this dog right now and show everybody.
I swear, Kennedy, you might want to check with Kennedy. I think she might have posted the dog.
I will
already.
take a picture of the
I
dog.
took a picture and sent her. I sent her a before and after of the dog.
But the dog doesn't look. The dog looks fine. I guarantee you. If you send a picture of this dog right now, everybody will be like, the dog looks fine.
I should show you. Oh, don't worry. Kennedy, if she hasn't posted it, she
Go
will
ahead and
a
post
dog
it. I don't
picture.
unless you post it before I cut his hair.
I
and
think she might.
trimmed him up
Yes,
a little
she
bit.
did because after
Oh,
months
hell
of
no.
asking you to clean
No,
up the dog,
I cut his hair around his eyes. He's open now. He can see.
took you like 8 weeks.
It didn't take me no 8 weeks.
I've been asking since before this thing, the strike that for the dog. That's okay.
The dog is fine. The dog loves
All right,
us.
well, I'm not going to keep arguing.
Go
with
to the
you
next
today, 'cause
one.
Today we're having it's been a rough day between us today, so there's just a lot of I don't know, tension in the air, and then dealing with all this. So what I want to know is, with this, you're conceding. What's going to change? Like, what are you planning on doing? What have you learned, and what are you going to implement going forward? I'm gonna make this serious. What are you implementing going forward?
Implementing?
Yeah, because now that it's over, my life is not going back to what it was before. Like, just notice, let's just put this out there, right? It's not going back to what it was before. I'm not doing everything like I was before. So what is it you're going to now do and change about what you were doing now that you know what you know?
I have no idea.
See, that means life is gonna go back to normal.
No, I mean because you said you're not gonna do anything different. That means I still have to do stuff. So
That's what I'm saying. So what do you plan on doing?
Whatever it is I was doing now. Why are you looking at me like that? Like you're crazy.
So
look on your
so
face?
you're just gonna cook? That's all. I mean, that's technically that's what you did. How often did you check the kids' schoolwork? How often did you schedule the doctor's appointments and take them doctor's appointments? And
Well, physically I couldn't do it because I work 25 miles away. So physically it's difficult for me to do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I left it to you.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so what are you changing? Like, you ain't said nothing.
I didn't change nothing.
What are you going to
I don't
change?
know. I gave you an answer already.
Okay, but if you don't know, then nothing's going to change for me, and I can't accept that.
So what do you want me to say?
You need to figure out what the hell you're going to change. That's what I want you to say. What do you, I mean, if you're sitting here saying, okay, I concede because it's too much. So, okay, so how are things going to change going forward? It's a legitimate question for me because I carried so much and I don't want to carry it anymore.
Well, you don't have to carry it. So.
Okay, but what are you going to do?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, so I don't. You didn't keep asking me that. I just don't have an answer yet. So I'm just gonna keep.
Lord help
trying
me.
to hold things together and do what I can do.
So everyone here, do you hear what I'm dealing with? This is exactly what I'm dealing with. But this is exactly why Nathalie did so much, and someone sat by and watched me almost burn out several times, and it doesn't faze them.
I didn't say it doesn't faze me. I just said I just don't have an answer yet. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna do anything. That's all. I mean, do I have to have an answer for you every time you ask me a question?
Usually, yes.
Oh,
that means
what the hell, man?
You thought about it and you
no,
have knowledge.
man, get out of here.
The fact that you're conceding and you haven't learned anything.
I did learn something.
What did you learn?
It doesn't mean I don't have to have an answer for you about.
But if you learned something, okay, what did you learn?
I told you at the beginning, like 10 minutes ago, what I learned. I learned that it's very tough to do responsibilities with everything. I told you that.
Okay.
You just asked me, what did you learn?
You can't take it to the next level then. So
what next level? The next level.
What is it that's going to change? That's the next level.
I don't know what's going to change. I have to just do more and continually and consistently take responsibilities and take care of the household items. I mean,
but you have no idea what those are.
What do you mean? Taking the kids to the doctor, looking at their schoolwork, cooking. You know, everything that you do, I just got to do it more of it consistently. What do you want me to say? Damn.
See, that was an answer. Now you answered.
What
before
do you mean? I answered that before.
No, you didn't.
You just put me on the spot.
I'm not.
I don't appreciate it.
You messing up your own spot.
I'm not messing up my own spot.
I ain't put you on the spot. You're causing your own.
Because I already answered it before.
Not directly.
Oh my God.
That's my first time actually asking you that question directly. Because we haven't talked about this. As I told you, I'm like, when you told me I'm going to concede, I said, okay, well, I'll talk about it on the show.
Worst podcast ever.
We haven't actually had this
discussion.
discussion.
Damn it. Go ahead.
I did tell you I'm gonna want to know what's gonna happen.
I didn't know you were gonna ask me on the show. I thought it was gonna be easy, concede, like 12-minute show. We're done. Move on to the next show item.
Now. We could be done right now.
But you're still talking.
This is just the reality of what I'm dealing with right here. This is the reality.
You want the audience to make it seem like you're a woe is me? Come on, man.
In this instance, woe is me.
Oh God,
for
give me
real,
a break, man.
It is.
Come on.
Because I've done everything for over 14 years. I've done 90.
All the mothers out there, if this is true, text me. If you're one of those mothers that's done it all for 14 or 18 or 20 years.
Tell them on the Facebook page.
Hit me up on the Facebook page. Let me know this is real or if Natalie's just being...
this is what mothers do.
Don't interrupt me. I'm not done talking yet. I said, all the mothers out there, if this is real, hit me up on the Family Mess Facebook page. I want to know what it's like for you moms out there that are either married or in their relationships. Are your husbands doing anything? Are they like me and have tried and just come short?
They tried nothing.
Get out of here.
They
they tried and come
they
short.
Just sit there watching sports and asking where their stuff is at. Where the food at? Where my plate? That's what these men be doing. Now,
God, man.
I will say, there are the exception to the rule. There are men out there, and I applaud you, those men who you know who you are, who are just as engaged as their wives and their kids' lives and then their families functioning. I commend you. There ain't many of y'all out there. I already know that. You know, I got a friend. He's going to be mad at me talking crap, but it's true. Most men have no clue, but there are some that get it, understand, and really dive in with their wives and their kids. And those wives are happy women, and those wives are lucky. I give them that. Mad props. I applaud you men out there who do right by your wife and your children and your family.
I'm not clapping.
That's okay.
I know they're out there.
You're not a bad person, Ian. That's why I'm with you. You're a good, like, you as a person, you're a great person. You're funny, you're outgoing, you're dedicated, you're very driven. You're a good person. Like, you don't try to do harm to others. You're a good person. But when it comes to being a mate, well, that's where, you know.
But I don't understand why you're with me.
That's why I'm with you, because you're a decent person. If I go out there, the grass ain't greener. The grass is not greener.
Let's just hold on what you just said. What the hell did you just say?
I said you're a decent person.
No. Before that, you're not with me because I'm a good mate. You're with me because I'm a decent person. What?
Yeah, you're not a great husband.
So why are you with me?
You're a work in progress, which is fine. I'm a work in progress, which is fine. I mean, that's just how it works, right? No one's, but overall, like you don't, I'm not trying to beat you up.
It sounds like you're trying to come up with a lie here to tell me about how you feel about me. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to beat you up, but
It's
I'm
too
just
late.
being honest.
Go ahead and be honest.
As a spouse.
This is what the podcast is about. Be honest.
As a spouse, you're not the best spouse. You're
Okay.
just not.
Okay.
Because you're selfish. You've always said you're selfish. You've admitted to it.
Yes.
Right? You're extremely selfish.
Yes.
And now it's only been the last, let's say, 4 or 5 years from the time we almost broke up. We almost separated.
Maybe we should have broken up.
Oh, hush. From the time that we almost split up, that we did split up for a couple of weeks, right? At that point, you started to try to make more of a conscious effort to be more and to do more for the family, not just yourself. And I had to also realize I needed to do for me and not just for you, because that was my fault. I thought my job was to always be there as a support for you. And no matter what, oh, you want to do that? Okay, Ian, you want to do that? Okay. And I always did that. And that was my fault. Right. But now I'm at a point where I'm not doing that anymore. But you've started to make changes, but you're an evolution and you're a work in progress. Right. But looking back on who you were back when we first got married and when we first had kids, those first probably 10 years, you were extremely selfish. I mean, extremely. I did everything. I did till I almost had a breakdown. Luckily, I got myself help before I had a breakdown, because I was just like, I pay all the bills. I take care of all the kids' stuff. I buy their clothes. Anything the kids need, I took care of it. I took care of the house. I cooked. I cleaned. I mean, everything. Any other thing that needs to be done, I did it, right? The only thing you did was you went to work. And yes, you would watch the kids. If I wanted to go do something, you would do that. But other than that, you didn't do anything else. That's just not what you did. And so you can make it seem like I'm horrible or whatever, but even through all that, I stuck by you, right? Because really, honestly, out there, the grass isn't greener. Most men are just like you. So it's not like I'm going to go out there, with my fat self. I got, maybe if I got all thin again, maybe then I'll be like, okay, I have a better chance. But either way, I wasn't going to go out there and it just got me all flustered over here. But anyway, so my point is, I'm not trying to say that you're a bad person, and I'm not trying to put you down, but there were things about you that did not make you a good spouse. That's all. That's all I was trying to say. But on the other hand, there are things about you that make that you are a good person. And I look at you as being a decent person, because you're not out there cheating. You're not out there, all kind of things a lot of guys do to their wives. You're not abusive. You don't talk mean to me. You don't do any of those things. So yes, you're a good person, and that's why I stay with you, even though there are some things about yourself that aren't that good. But on this also, you're willing to work on them. And because you're willing to work on them, then, why would I just quit? I'm willing to work on things that I got to work on. And if you're working on them, we can work on them together. That's what we've been doing.
Okay.
My long-winded answer. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I was very long-winded. I was trying to work out of that hole I dug, but I didn't do that great of a job.
Well,
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings if I did. Did I hurt your feelings?
I don't know. I don't like to hear the truth about myself, but I think I do need to hear it at times. I mean, I think everybody needs to hear about themselves, who they really are from somebody's perspective, just to kind of reel them in a little bit, No, I'm not. My feelings aren't hurt. It's just, That's the way it is. I mean, you've told me this before, so it's not like I've heard it a million times. Usually in arguments is when I hear them about myself. But, it's the way it is. I'm not hurt. It sucks. I don't like that person who I was. And I wish I was different, but that's who I was. And I'm trying to change. I'm trying to do things differently as I get older. And I don't want to be that same selfish person that I was. I want to be somebody different that does more for people, and you, especially you, because you deserve to be treated the best, because you've put a lot in this relationship. So
I appreciate that, and you deserve to be treated
it's
well
true.
too. I mean, you both deserve good.
That's
things.
why I try to. I give you a lot of attention now, not because it's something I'm just doing purposely, but it's because I truly value you and I want you to be happy. I didn't feel like that years ago about you. I didn't. So the affection I'm giving you now is like real affection, me wanting to show you love. And, that's me. I think a lot of couples have to really work on the relationship and put their feelings out there and be like vulnerable in a way.
Yeah, you have to be vulnerable.
I think that's the only change and transformation can really occur in a relationship. Because if you don't do that or not willing to do that, then both of you won't be able to grow together and mature together in a relationship. It's tough, man. It's tough in relationships, and you do change over time. You do. You're not the same. So like, I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. I hope not. I don't want to be. So I still got to work on, and I hope I do get better and better over time. But it's tough. It's a tough transition. But yeah, I'm trying. So that's all I got to tell you. I'm definitely not perfect, and I don't. I just want to try to do the best that I can. And that's all I can give. I can't do anything else except that.
Well, it was definitely a learning experience. I mean, you've added some more meals to your repertoire. You know that you can't feed kids Italian ice for dinner. You've learned some things.
Yes, that Italian ice. Everybody at work let me know that one. Yes. So the white flag, I've given up, and I have to take on this role now. So it's gonna be a change, but it's for the best. So I got nothing else to report. Nothing. I got nothing to report. I failed. I think a lot of men would fail also. I think there's some men that do less than me, which sucks.
That's true. Yeah. I talk to those women.
That's probably why they're not getting no sex in the house and they're struggling. But I like I said, I've tried to do more with the kids, do more with you. We try to go out together. Like we went to Jacksonville last weekend. We try to do stuff together still to make things work. It's tough, but we do have to make time.
I still like you and stuff.
I still like you a lot.
I enjoyed hanging out with you. What? You're my best friend.
I like you because you're funny. I'm serious. I mean, even if you were ugly, I'd still like you.
Thanks.
What I meant to say is that
personality.
What I meant to say is that you're really funny, and I like your personality is really good. It's one of those things that I think that's why I like you so much, because I think you're one of the funniest people I know.
Oh wow, that's kind of crazy. Because I don't think I'm very funny.
Oh, you are funny, even though you don't think you are. Sometimes you're ridiculously funny.
Oh, I appreciate that. Well, thank you very much.
Well, do you have anything else to report before we leave?
No, I mean, pretty much what happened is what I figured would happen. I knew that you couldn't. I hate to say it, but I knew you couldn't carry the load that I carry as a mom and a wife.
Say nothing.
Because you're just not equipped.
I wish you would stop saying that, because if you were to die tomorrow, I would have to be equipped and I would be able to do things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Yes, you.
I'm not an invalid that I can't do.
Right,
things.
but you said you can't do the amount of what I do. You can't. You told me yourself. You said I can't. I can't do that. I don't have any more room to do that.
But you know what? If it came down to it and I had to do it, I would get it done. I'd probably go crazy in the process, and but I would get it done. I'd find a way to get it done. But it's just one of those things. I mean, I'm not dumb, man. I
have never said that you're not intelligent.
No, but
you're stupid.
You say I'm not equipped. I'm like, I am equipped. I'm not. I'm very equipped to handle things.
Okay.
Even though you don't think I am, I can handle things, man. I just sometimes subconsciously I don't want to. That's a better way of saying it. I may not want to handle it, but I can handle it.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, people always say that men's brains aren't like women. We process lots of different information, like just the way men's brains.
I'm just not as emotional as you. That's all. So sometimes you think I don't care. It's because I don't make a big deal about stuff. That's what it comes down to.
Okay.
Which I think is a lot of men in general is very logical, and we think things through and make sure they're right before we act on them.
That's that balance.
So you're emotional, I'm logical, and then there's a balance in between somewhere, I guess.
Yes.
Where it works.
All right.
Damn.
Well, I'm good. I have nothing else to say, but I'm glad that you at least tried to do what you
go ahead and say it again. I knew you'd fail. Go ahead. You want to.
I didn't say. I'm just saying I'm glad that you at least attempted. I'm glad that you felt that you could try to do it, and you made the attempt. So it's all good.
All right. Well, another good show. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me. And if you want to listen to us on streaming media, join us on
Yes, if you want to listen to us bicker today.
iTunes, Google Podcast, Castbox. What's the rest of them?
Spreaker.
I already said Spreaker. Spotify.
Oh.
And join us on Instagram, The Family Mess, at The Family Mess, The Family Mess Podcast Facebook page. Join us. Subscribe and like, please.
And share. Tell others.
Please tell others about us. You know, there's a lot of you out there that are missing out on a very good podcast. They really are. Listen, give us a chance. We will come in your...
You out here begging again.
I'm begging. Listen, I'm
got
going
your hat out.
I'm going to do this. Listeners, please subscribe and like and tell your friends about us, and we'll see you soon.
I love the
God
family
bless.
mess. Oh,
You got Ian. You got Ian.
Come on, man. You can't...